is the results and lessons learned. Okay, so you did your questions that you didn't know the answer. You designed and did your experiments, and I hope you follow the best practice about it. And now you have the results. You did your experiments, they are over, your application is back to the steady state. Now it's time to sit down and look to the results and learn from them. So, for example, how much time it took to someone being noticed, get alerts about this chaotic situation. How much time it took to the system started to go to the, for example, graceful degradation state. Or if your system has a graceful degradation, how much time it took to get into it. How much time it took to your system start a self-recovering activities. Okay, if your system has a self-recovery, how much time it took to enter in this situation. How much time it took to self-recovery and full recovery. Okay, so think about that. Some service really stop it. Think about a Kubernetes cluster, and you have 20 pods for an application, and you drop it the 20 pods. The whole service, the whole microservice was just shut down. How much time it took to get some pods working, so your system started to answer the requests again, and so how much time it took to get all the pods working again. Okay, and how much time it took to your application be back to steady state. Okay, if your application really was back to steady state by itself. Okay, and for example, was needed to someone go there and do some kind of work on your environment. Okay, someone needed to open the terminal and start doing commands and doing really acting over the chaotic situation, or everything was handled by the environment itself, by the application itself. Okay, and by having these answers, you start to learn about your system much more than you have learned before. Okay, so because now you know that, oh, if my database is shut down, it takes 1 hour to be back. Oh, this is probably bad, depending of the situation of your system. So what can we do to if it is impossible to have the whole database back faster than this, what can we do to minimize the situation, to minimize the blast of this unavailability on our system? Maybe we can have I don't know, a cluster of the database, or a kind of mirror of the data, the essential data. I don't know. That's when you start to learning from these results and getting these results to have you ways to improve your application. Okay, so this phase is essential. If you don't do this phase, everything else is useless. So you define your business metric, you define your steady state, you did questions that are reasonable, you designed the experiment, you executed the experiment, but you don't do the lessons learned, you don't look at the results and see what they reveals you about your system. So your whole job here is useless. Okay, so it's very important to get these results and to get the gold information that are maybe hidden in this numbers and metrics and reports and so on. So get your team together, sit down everyone in a room for a couple of time and see everyone, let's go, let's face these results and let's learn from them. Okay, this is very important. Don't do chaos engineering if you are not willing to look at the results and learn from them. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye.